Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I am going to be reviewing The Fold by Peter Clines. The Fold is a 372-page science fiction story by Peter Clines, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So I'm quickly just going to read you the back cover copy so you can get an idea of what this story is actually about. The folks in Mike Erickson's small New England town would say he's just your average everyday guy, and that's exactly how Mike likes it. Sure, the life he's chosen isn't much of a challenge to someone with his unique gifts, but he's content with his quiet and peaceful existence. That is until an old friend presents him with an irresistible mystery, one that Mike is uniquely qualified to solve. A team of DARPA scientists have invented a device that folds dimensions, promising to make mankind's dreams of teleportation a reality. Yet evidence is mounting that this miraculous machine isn't quite what it seems, and that its creators are harboring a dangerous secret. As his investigations draw him deeper into the puzzle, Mike begins to fear that there's only one answer that makes sense. And if he's right, it may only be a matter of time before the project destroys everything. So as you can tell from the back cover copy, this is science fiction, and while it is not hard science fiction in that it's completely focused about hard scientific facts and getting really into the nitty-gritty, there is some technical jargon that is in here, so it's more than just surface level science fiction. It is a little bit more technical. That said, it is still a really freaking great book. It is right up my alley in that it did not get too technical, but still didn't shy away from science and theories that exist in our current world. So as you can tell, the device that they are using is a way for them to try to deal with teleportation, which is an interesting concept and one that's really, really difficult when you really think about it. And what they've pretty much come up with is folding dimensions, and what we are finding out is how Mike is finding out what is going on at this facility and what is actually happening with this door. They've been seeing tests happen and they've been seemingly going well, but as things go on we start to see that maybe they have not been panning out as well as the team has thought. So I'm going to talk briefly about the characters. For the most part, they were pretty darn good, but they weren't also the most amazing. Mike was really well done, and I found him a really interesting character to follow around. There was another major character, Jamie, who was also really well developed, just as much as Mike, and she had some real interesting quirks and things that were going on with her, and the more we learned about her, the more I liked her as a person. There were also some other side characters that we were seeing quite a bit of, and they were all kind of hit or miss. Some of them were really well developed and I immediately attached to, like Bob. Even Olaf I really, really enjoyed, even though he was really gruff and kind of mean at times. But then there were some other characters who I know were there and I can't even remember their names now. And some things occurred that drew them into the plot, but because I never really cared for them, I just didn't care about anything that happened, good or bad, to them. So, like I said, it was kind of mixed bags as far as the characters go. As far as the plot, it is kind of a sort of mystery in that we are slowly learning more and more about this, and as more things come up, new mysteries start to kind of take more centerfold. So pretty much you solve one thing and you have a new bigger problem. And I ended up enjoying that until the very end. The ending of the story kind of dragged down for me because it took a major swerve from the rest of the novel. And while it was entertaining to an extent, I just did not love it as much. I will say that the way this book ends, it completely closes out the story, so you can read this as a standalone and be completely happy with it. And it is a standalone as far as I know right now, but the way that the ending was crafted, it's definitely made in a way that you can see that they might have more things in store for them. And personally, after reading this, I found that I would definitely want to go on that journey with them. The plot moved at a pretty quick pace throughout the story. There was constantly new things that were coming up. It never dwelled too long. But that said, it also wasn't like a breakneck pace either. It was never really an action story. It was more finding out what was going wrong and seeing all the different little things slowly start to piece together as you start to get a big picture as to what is really going on in this situation. I don't want to get too detailed into this because I'm trying to keep this nice and spoiler free for you all, but overall I really enjoyed this book. Like I said, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. If you have any questions for me about the book, why don't you leave them down below and we can chat. I really enjoyed this book, and if anybody else has read this, I'd love to see what you thought about it as well. I will see you guys next time. Bye!